So I want to share a couple of thoughts on what I call the double-edged sword of experience. And I think by watching this video, I can help you be a little bit better interviewer as a result. So if you have more than 10 years in your career, 15, 20, 25, 30 years total, you obviously have a lot of experience. You obviously bring a lot to the table, potentially for a new company. And when it comes time to start interviewing for a new role or start meeting and interviewing with new companies, it makes perfect sense why you would talk about your experience and how that experience qualifies you to do a particular job. Makes sense. But talking about experience in the interview process can be a double-edged sword. And by double-edged sword, I mean it can help you, but it can also hurt you potentially. In fact, I think it can hurt you potentially in two ways. Here's the first way. If you're saying that you have 20 years experience doing a particular function, and that experience itself qualifies you to do a job, you're always going to lose out to any other candidate who has more experience. It just follows by nature that if you have 20 years experience, then somebody with 21 years or 22 years or 25 years is going to have more experience and therefore a better candidate. So when you talk about experience qualifying you for a job, it really doesn't get you that far because you're always going to lose out to people with more experience. So just be aware of that. The second reason, the second way that talking about experience could harm you is a little bit more subtle. And it really comes from the experience that I have recruiting for some very dynamic industries, healthcare, technology, big data. These are really, really rapidly changing industries. And these industries are attracting companies that are disruptive in nature. They're innovative. They're doing things that are new. And those companies want to hire people who are similar in nature. They want people who are out-of-the-box thinkers, who are very creative problem solvers, and basically looking at the same old problems in very new ways. And when you're interviewing with a company like that and you're saying that your 30 years experience qualifies you for a job, in some ways those companies are really looking to disrupt the exact type of thinking that you're bringing to the table. So any kind of an industry that's changing, and I could argue that every single industry is changing, when you say that you have 25, 30 or more years experience, you could actually be undermining your own case because it's that exact thinking that so many companies are trying to eradicate and trying to move past by technology and advanced thinking. So just be aware that interviewing and trying to set yourself up as a great hire and a qualified candidate based purely on your number of years experience can be a double-edged sword. It can help you, but it can also hurt you. And I wish you the best in your next interview.